Okay, so this one was filed September 2023, 4:08 p.m. I didn't show up for this. I didn't see the point. It was also my dad's birthday, so part of my mind was just like gapped for my dad. But he didn't respond. I had just gotten up there, I was on the sidewalk, and I really didn't know if it was safe. Like, there might be more reasons why I didn't show up on top of the ones I just listed that I can't think of right now. But it was kind of loaded. Like, I didn't this whole line of restraining orders should have never been placed. Like, I almost got killed by a police officer, and then they sat there and tried to cover it up. On the other hand, I do believe that they know and they're working on like the other half of this, because Monroe Police Department has some portables. And when I picked up the strict reply to my mother's domestic violence restraining order that I had put on her, Travis, the sergeant, had like given it to me, and then he like asked me where I worked and wrote it on his hand, and like kind of like almost messed with the body cam footage. Like that part was off camera. I think he did it on purpose. He like timed it just right on purpose, just for, I think it's for my safety. I mean, he has a police. So I do think to the point that they do know, otherwise Monroe is getting like remodeled or something, the police precinct. I mean, the signs just got remodeled on both ends. But the police department, I don't know, unless I missed something, it could just be a complete coincidence, but it's a really small fucking town. But it's not like that small. So like I can almost see it being upgraded, but it's been like that for a while, and it's not that like chaotic, and I didn't see anything like on like Facebook. I haven't been told anything, but I have been distant from everything. So they might be working on like trying to protect Monroe. Like, if I can write that graffiti sign, like, I'm probably okay to a point. Like, I think there will be reasoning behind that will be questioned. I might beat them to it, but who knows. But yeah, that's part of the reasons why I didn't show up for any of this or like say anything at all. I just like ghosted the system. I didn't know what to do. Like, these are wrongfully placed. Renewal and extending order until hearing. Clerk's action, it looks like the same as the other ones. For service of the restrained person, require the restrained person must be served with a copy of this order and any order to surrender and prohibit weapons. First box, the law enforcement agency where the restrained person lives or can be served shall serve the retained person with a copy of this order and shall promptly complete and return proof of service to this court, law enforcement agency, county, or city. It says private, check only one. So I don't know what the protected person or person filing on the behalf shall make private arrangements for service and have proof of service returned to this court. This is not an option if this order requires weapon surrender, vacating as shared residence, transfer of child custody, or if the restrained person is incarcerated. In these circumstances, law enforcement must serve unless the court allows alternative services. I don't know why it says private. Service on others. How to attend the next court hearing. The court scheduled impeachment will be held. Online Zuma. September 20th to 10 p.m. And this one has online via Zoom. And the path to do that. Okay, we'll go to Kim's now. Wednesday. 9. Both at the same time. Same date. That's kind of weird. Unless Steven did this. Or Kim did it. There's writing on both. I don't think I was handed like the very original ones. Like I got it. 58 pages besides the first 2 copies. The very first restraining order that got put on me. Which I can include from my Instagram what that looks like. In the last set of the restraining order, so you know what it's. Red flag. Private, same thing. This is probably the third-party service or something. The TR Kennedy. 3:15 p.m. So an hour and a half difference. Well, I think the courthouse is closed at like 4. So it's not how much. Superior. Oh, it closes at 5 again, everyone. That's valid. It feels new. Huh. 8:30 to 5 p.m. I think it said like 4. Not that long ago. I said at 8:30 it was 8. But whatever. I know I'm not tripping. Unless I read that wrong or it was a different day, but I remember that saying like 8. Not 8:30. I think. Okay. Next one. Oh. This is more of September 20th. This is the Steven. Okay. Oh wow, my fucking birthday. And that's not put on the other ones. Don't you think that's a little weird? Motion for renewal protection order. This is actually way more than I got online. Or at least I think so. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm a little excited. Okay, motion for renewal of protection order. The protection order granted on date 10/25/22 will expire on date 10/25/23. I want to renew the protection order and any weapon surrender order because in the past year, Emily hasn't stopped harassing me and stalking me. She knows it says she has made blueprints of my house inside and outside, then posted them on social media along with my address. She has also posted my family photos on Instagram, continuing to say my sister is raping/grooming me. Please see attached copies of social media posts and threads from July 4th to current dates. Index included 23 pages. Let's see it, because that's not accurate. Three, I want the renewed order to stay in place, blank for number blank years permanently. I certify under penalty of perjury under the laws of state in Washington that the forgery is true and correct. Signed at City and State, Everett, Washington, date 9/20/23. Sign here. So Kim Garland and Stephen Garland. Why do they look like the same? Unless they're both Stephen. But that's two. That looks different. Unless he signed for Kim. Unless they're married and... But I have text proof that he said that is his sister and that they're siblings. Otherwise that looks... Go back to Kim's. This also isn't copied, but it's just whatever. Why was this even placed if it's like stupid? Like it's like stupid, not correct type of thing. That's Kim's signature. Kim Garland. So they have, I mean, they are related, so it makes sense. Also not signed. Okay, whatever. Back. We're going back. Red flag. You must provide an address where you will receive legal documents. You have a right to keep your residential address confidential. If you have one, you may provide an address other than your residence where you receive legal documents. This document must be served on the other party, and proof of service must be in court file prior to hearing. Index of posts starting July 4th through current. 1 through 4 posted links to police camera incidents between Emily and Everett Police. Copy of temporary protection order. 5 through 8 conversation between Emily and her family. 9 to 10 angry post about receiving final protection order. 11 through 14 Dear Kim letter drawing of rental house Kim and Stephen live in. Post to Stephen and others with responses from sister-in-law Maggie Garland. Pages of story notes. Excuse me? Sister-in-law Maggie Garland. This lady is like in her fucking 50s. I don't think that's correct. But hang on, I will look again. We will pull up on Facebook. 15/2/16 Alyssa Crawford apology post. Forgot the D. More story notes. 17 through 19, out of area post, but she is going to kill him. 20 to 23, stolen and reposted Facebook pictures of girl and family, sisters, brothers, son-in-law, nieces, and nephews. Mess. Okay, let's see. Maggie Garland. No, okay, that's so fucking nasty. I'm gonna end this one in a second.